So I watched it, and am I happy that we're finally moving along? Yes. Let's get to the point of the story. We're trying to find the brother. You know, not he was all out here thotting. And I'm like, sir, you were here to investigate to find your brother. Stop acting like Kim. You must have went to Kim's investigative school because he does the same thing. Forget about the plot. Forget about the investigation when it comes to a man. But I see you brought it full circle. You brought it back around. Thank you. Thank you. Now, this review is not going to be order. It's not going to be order. Now, the part where I guess it's like they little hangout. You know, the guys from the club, they little hangout or whatever. And what's his name? Sung. And he's talking about, I'm feeling a certain type of weight about him. I got to get back with my man. And then Tina, he was like, the guy I'm talking to, he's friends with, the doctor's son. And he's talking about how he wanted to off himself because of how you were treating him. And then I just looked at Song and I'm like, don't feel bad now. You wasn't feeling bad when you was stealing from him. Don't feel bad now. Because I want to know what it is about the doctor. Because they always like, the doctor's son. What is the importance of the doctor's son? Because I know, the doctor, money. But it was like making it seem like the doctor's in on something. Like he's like some big shot or something. Like, I don't know. Like he's hands off. Like him, the son is all hands off. I don't know. Is he like part of that? I don't know. But it seemed like to me it was kind of fishy. Because they're like, he's hands off. You shouldn't be messing with him, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. It's some kind of fishy to me. Like, the dad some way is involved with all this. If it turned out that the daddy, like, they take the people that be, got a little too roughed up, and they take them to daddy, to the doctor, to patch him up, and he couldn't patch up none, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. And then he was trying to tell his son, don't mess with that man, because he recognized his song. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. But you heard it here first. You guys. Now, what's his name first? He trying to walk in, talking about, I feel bad. I want to take him back, blah, blah, blah. How he know about the secret hideaway? Like, did I miss something? Like, how he know where to find him at? I don't know. But when he got there, he was just like, your friend told you. Your friend told you he was using you. He's going to use you. Like when y'all did that whole role play of him taking you away, and he was screaming all that stuff in your face. He got all that ammunition to say to you from somewhere. He got it from somewhere, babes. All that stuff he was yelling at you and spewing at you about, I don't really love you. All that stuff he was saying to you during our role play. Yeah, it came from somewhere, babes. He just didn't open up a book and decide, I'm going to say this line. No, babes. That came off, he been thinking about that deep. Okay? That's how he really feels about you. About your situation. Like, come on now. And then you standing right there hitting him, talking about, how can you lie to me? Babes. Is it really a lie if that's how he really is? If that's how he really acts? And everyone done told you this is his real self. And you just refuse to acknowledge it? Is it really a lie? Are you just being, stupid? But hey, that's you. Question is, are you going to go back to him? Because this is your second time going back to him? Are you going to go back to him? That's the question. Then we'll get over to Non/Tina/Zoe. I was confused. I was like, Non, here we go, diverting from the plot again. We're diverting. We need to get back on track. I know them prom, you done spilled the beans to prom. He done told you, it was Tina, what's the other name? Jump and Song. They somewhere involved. And now you think you gotta go all out here and thought, tot, and plop on everybody to get information. That's not true. It's not. Okay? You don't have to spread it wide to get what you need. Don't, look, I don't know who's telling you this, but you need to stop listening to them because they're liars and deceivers. Okay? Then you want the tenor, I don't know why. You better off getting information from Song or Jump. Like, you want the tenor. I'll say out of the three of them, he's the most with the most, I guess, like the bit most like conscious, but a bit more morals, I guess. I don't know. But that's being, nice. He has a bit more morals than the rest of them. But I'm being nice about it. Like, you went to him, and then when when Zoe found him, and then I was looking at him, I was like, I know you're not trying to guess like him. What are you doing here? He was like calling him like a whore. And I'm like, Tenna, did you not just have his friend in your lap? What are you doing? Who are you calling? You talking about, I thought you were a virgin, but you're actually a whore. What are we talking about? I was confused just like Zoe. I was like, what are we talking about right now? Okay. Because if it was me, I'm like, that's rich coming from you. That's rich coming from you. let's not okay, the pot calling the kettle. Like, look, come on now. Okay, now you're projecting here. You're projecting. And then so when Zoe found Tina and Nan again, okay, because Nan had him, he wasn't cornered. Well, he was kissing all up on him, and it looked like a storage unit to me. I'm like, why y'all doing this in a storage unit? But Zoe found him, and Zoe was like, this what you want? You want sex so bad. I'm going to give it to you. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then Tina's like, no, that's not what I meant, blah, blah, blah. You just called this man a whore in a public place. And it looked like it was a restaurant. Okay? Said he wasn't really a virgin. You got to be kidding me, right? And you over here trying to hook up, because from what it looked like to me, I'm probably sure it looked like to Zoe, you were trying to hook up with his friend. And to his knowledge, his friend is a whore. So, come on now. Let's come on now. Because to him, the math is mathing. That's what you want so bad. He's not giving it to you, so you're going to do it somewhere else. So when they was in the house, when they were in the house, all the friends or whatever, I guess, because they didn't show it. But I guess Zoe hit Nan. And then Nan was just kind of like sitting there. He was rocking back and forth. At first I was like, I know you didn't hop, jump, skip, and throt over to another man. But they showed him in the house. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I was about to say something. But then they showed, the group of friends. And then it was first in Porsche, where they hold and Zoe back. And whatchamacallit and Captain was over there by Narn. And then Zoe was like, well, how could you do this to your friend? And Narn, he was like, well, I'm not your friend. And everybody started hollering and screaming. I was like, look, Narn, look. If you want to spill the beans, fine. But you can't be trying to do all this and say, like, well, I'm not your friend. Like, he's already escalated. Now you want to make the other one escalated. Okay? Like, come on now. You gotta explain things a bit better. I know you've been hotting and throtting around, but you gotta explain things a bit better. Because I'm already thinking there is no twin. It's just you, and you have multiple personality. Okay? You have DID. Come on now. Because the way you're acting, I don't know. But then he spilled all the beans talking about that I'm his twin brother, and then Captain looked like, you're kidding, right? And then Portia looked like, oh, we have a problem. And now I'm really interested for next week. I'm really interested. Oh, it's going to be good because now I think he's going to bring them into the investigation.